Oh boy, where do I even begin with this one? I really want to come on here with positive news. These really aren't the type of videos that I enjoy making, but I also think it's pretty necessary for someone in my position to talk about, given that so many other fans feel the exact same way. And honestly, this today is one of those cases where it's so sad that it's actually kind of funny. So we gotta talk about this. Recently, Square Enix made a trademark for the name Symbiogenesis. This is when two separate organisms combine into one. This concept was used as the basis of the Parasite Eve novels. Recently, Square Enix has been reviving a number of PS1 titles that aren't their most popular Final Fantasy games. Chrono Cross getting a remaster, on top of the rumored Final Fantasy Tactics remaster, or even them reviving Tactics Ogre in the form of Tactics Ogre Reborn. Then you also have the revival of classic franchises which they've been keen on recently, reviving the Valkyrie series, Star Ocean, The World Ends With You. So all the cards seemed lined up, and considering this reference seemed so specific to Parasite Eve, as a result, fans thought this is it. This is the revival of Parasite Eve. Perhaps this is Square Enix finally going to remaster the game, make it available on modern hardware, or maybe even reboot the series. Maybe even hitting the subscribe button for all JRPG and Square Enix news content. No, somehow what Square Enix has prepared is worse than all of that. Symbiogenesis instead is Square Enix's brand new NFT project. I'm so serious right now. I am literally digging my face into my palms right now. Aside from this being an NFT project and it launching in 2023, it's been said that collectible art is part of the story. Sounds like it is going to be an amazing tale, because it's the tale of how we all lost our minds. Do you guys remember how back in the day a lackluster Square Enix announcement was a mobile game? And everyone would groan, not another mobile game. And that would be like the absolute worst thing that could happen. So far gone are we from those days where mobile was the worst thing that could happen. Now it's NFT projects. Now to clarify, let's be honest here. The fans did hype themselves up on this. Ultimately, I do agree that we read too deeply into a trademark and just sort of assumed that it was something before we had clarification of what it actually was. And I think that much is on the community for setting their own expectations and then letting them be disappointed. That much in Square Enix's defense I can definitely co-sign, but I think there is something hilariously ironic about this turning out to be not only what fans were hoping for, but something so hilariously bad and the literal antithesis of what fans actually want, despite the NFT market crashing, despite the fact that fans have made themselves abundantly clear in overwhelming numbers multiple times. The deeper reason to me that this irony is so worth highlighting is that it reveals what fans, consumers actually want, what Square Enix is trying to give them, and how malaligned it is. Fans clearly want games, things that you play, with actual gameplay, and that is gameplay that does not include collecting bored apes. The time, money, and resources going into what you want fans to want could have easily been put on things fans actually want. But honestly, it's continuously making the same mistake over and over again that leaves me so baffled. They're chasing after a gold rush that literally doesn't exist anymore, or to be more frank, never actually existed. The trading volume for NFTs has completely plunged, and the chances of that turning around looks incredibly slim. With the public perception of NFTs being at an all-time low, Square Enix pushing ahead with these projects is bound to lose more money than if they had just canceled them outright. With so many other developers distancing themselves from NFTs, and if Square Enix's hope is that this market is going to rebound and they'll be there at the most opportune time, I think that is a sorely misplaced bet. Shout out to patron Daniel Faustino and the rest of the Ultima community.